All right, I'm back. It's been a few months. um, I feel like since this is my first video after quite a while, I need to kind of say something about all that. But if you are just wanting to watch the gameplay and see the skirmish game, go ahead. Feel free to skip all this emotional stuff. I'll post a timestamp in the link to where the gameplay actually starts. As to my absence, I haven't posted anything really since I think late July, and we're now in September. To be honest, our family had kind of fallen on hard times over the summer. We were kind of just scraping by. I wasn't really feeling very motivated to dedicate time into my hobbies at the time back then. But my wife finally landed a new job in August, and um, through that and then kind of the kindness of friends and family, we got to take an actual vacation, a much needed real vacation to travel and see family for about 2 weeks. When I got back, I really wanted to make some content, but I felt like I needed to dedicate any spare time I had for IA into finishing those 37 high-res approved IACP card images, so that the Vassal module could be updated so that people could actually play the game like they wanted to. And on top of that, work was really crazy when I got back, so I just had very little spare time, and I felt like I had to put all of it into Photoshop work, which took quite a while to complete. But now work is calming down, all the card images are finished, Vassal modules updated, and I've started putting some work into updating the IACP website as well to kind of make that a lot more functional for people. We're putting together some list building guides, articles for new players, authored by our veteran players, which is going great. And by the way, I want to say we're very lucky to have a functioning, fully online client that we can use for Imperial Assault. While I was away from the game, I got into another game in a specific format for that game that didn't have any online client support, and I had to play by webcam, and that was an awful experience, especially for trying to learn a new game. So, huge thank you to Trevor. Goes by also There Is No Try, for everything he does for Imperial Assault community to enable online play. Please be sure to check out his Patreon if you benefit from playing on his Skirmish Vassal module in any way. Also, a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. I was sure that I would see all of that support completely dry up even after 2 months of being gone, but seeing that little bit of money appear every month, it was a huge blessing. I cannot tell you guys how much. That did not go unappreciated. So a huge thank you to Sean, Ben, Derek, Robert, Jessica, Juha, and in fact, we actually have a new patron since I've been gone. So, welcome Erkman to the Imperial Command Center. Thank you so much. Also, thank you to all my subscribers for sticking around. I figured I would also start bleeding subscribers by the 2-month point, but somehow I actually managed to increase my subs up to 950 this week since I've been gone. And so, you guys are all amazing. I cannot wait to see this channel continue to grow to 1,000 subscribers. Please keep subscribing, keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing. This channel, I have been told by so many people that they got into the game because of this channel, and that's really the goal of just keeping to doing this, is that I feel like keeping this channel alive is kind of keeping the game alive almost. So thank you to everybody who supports it and makes it more viewable and findable. Alright, so Season 8 is done. It's in the books. We had one last update since my last video, which was pretty much to overhaul Queel's stats and command card. And then every card in the set got approved by the community through an open vote of 30 voters. And today, Monday, at least the day this will be getting posted, September 25th, we are starting the online Vassal League for Season 8. And by the way, if you still want to join, let us know. You can contact me. I'm TV Boy on Discord and Slack, or reach out to Derek Martins. We might be able to squeeze in some late entries, at least for the first week of the league. So let us know. No promises, but I know we want as many people to be playing as possible. So anyway, I've been trying to think of what my first video should be coming back, and then Josh went and uploaded this game log today, and it was like, yeah, let's ease back into it with something simple. So an IACP game log review. Let's go. So we've got Josh playing against Herbie here, and like I said, Josh uploaded this, so thank you. But thank you to Herbie as well. He is a great player too, but I know sometimes it's not fun to have your games broadcast for everyone to see. I'm sure, I think there's not been a whole lot of gameplay going on in the last 2 months, so I bet people might be feeling pretty rusty as well. I have not seen the game yet, so I'm not trying to say if somebody played badly, but I have noticed, and I have been told by a lot of people, especially recently, that the game log reviews videos actually do a lot to help keep people interested in playing the game by seeing what other people are playing. So much appreciation to everyone that gets their games featured in these game logs for benefiting the greater good of the IA Skirmish community. Alright, let's get into it. We'll mark it here for folks to come in that wanted to skip all that stuff. Like I said, we've got Herbie versus Josh playing on Bespin Tabana facility. This is with the updated Vassal modules, so everything should be up to date. It looks like, yeah, because I see we've got Baze, Malbus, and Churret with their approved templates. It looks like we got a mirror match here, actually. So it looks like Herbie is playing Baze and Churret, along with CT, Verena, Cara Dune, 3PO, R2D2, Heroic Effort, and Gideon. And then Josh playing also Baze, Malbus. But I think actually everything else is different other than the Rebel Care Package. He's got Zeb, Garkon, Mara Jade, Saw Gerrera, and then R2, 3PO, Gideon, Heroic Effort, and then Extra Armor. So it looks like Josh has initiative. It's going to be taking the blue deployment zone here. So as a reminder for those who have forgotten, Bespin Tabana facility, the rules here are that whenever a figure dies, a player can place one of 2 of their tokens where that figure died, and then they can interact with that token to pick it up, to pick up the token, and then they can go to the carbon freezing chamber, which is down here. If I can do that. It's actually these 4 squares, and if they're adjacent to one of those tiles and they're carrying one of those tokens, they can interact for an action to gain VPs equal to that figure's figure cost, the figure that was defeated. So it's a very complicated way of gaining extra VPs. Typically this one tends to be more of a Slayer variant, kill everybody or be killed. Not a whole lot of objective play. If somebody's scoring one of those tokens, it means that the game is probably pretty close to over. So let's see what we're going to see here. This will be very interesting. Alright, we're drawing our cards here. Heroic Effort so we don't forget. Alright, so it looks like Josh going to be going first with R2. Oh, interesting. So Josh not going with R2, he's going with Gideon. That makes sense because R2 was definitely too far away to get to that terminal, but now he is close enough. And that's one of the weird things about these deployment zones, is I think they're actually both too far away to reach the terminals. And Herbie's going to do the same thing, going to use Gideon, and I should put up the cards here. Let's see if this works. So you guys can see. So yeah, there's a good old Gideon. Moving up R2D2, who is only speed 3. And now R2D2 going to activate for Josh. Going to draw that command card from the terminal. Looking at these list compositions, they're both fairly close combat oriented. Verena, Churret, and Cara all really like to be close. CT and Baze are kind of ranged attackers, but they attack from closer. And then Josh's side, he's got Mara Jade, Zeb, and Garkon, who also like to be close. And Josh is going to open the door with Mara there. He's going to open that bottom door to the freezing chamber. And I imagine that with Herbie having the most expensive figure on the table of Cara, he probably doesn't want to be going close to that carbon freezing chamber, but it's pretty even since Josh also has Zeb. Okay, Herbie going to open the door with Churret. I should mention Josh has now focused Zeb and Garkon, while Herbie has focused Verena and Cara Dune. So opening that door round 1 is very risky against a ranged opponent, since they can just open their door and then start shooting into your deployment zone down the middle. And now Josh is going to open with Saw Gerrera. So he still has Baze and Garkon and Zeb to activate. And now Baze can kind of just shoot down the hallway, but I believe... yeah, so now Herbie's going to activate his base. So we're going to have a bit of a shootout here. Oops. Here's our brand new card, Baze for Season 8. Fresh off the approval vote. So we're going to use that Into the Fray ability, gaining 2 surge tokens, since he is in line of sight of 2 of Josh's figures. And he's going to step forward with that Into the Fray. That gives him 1 free movement point. So now he's going to use Assault to attack twice. Is he stepping forward here? So it looks like he took 1 more step, so I don't know if that was from an action. Oh yeah, Josh confirming. Yes, he did. Okay, so he did spend 1 action to move, so he's got 2 movement points left, and now he's using his second action to attack. I'm going to attack 3PO. Going to spend the Surge token. He doesn't get to Surge for accuracy, but he does get a built-in +2. Also, he's not focused. Oh, are we seeing... Does this get behind me? Yep, okay, so... Josh playing Get Behind Me with Zeb, so Zeb going to take the attack. And that's going to allow him to benefit from 3PO's distracting ability. Put that right there. Alright, here's the attack. Does that make it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's just short. It's range 6. That is going to be a miss. And I'm going to change this so I can see the chat. Okay, there we go. Definitely having the text chat, very helpful for figuring out what's going on. And okay, so Bae's just going to stay where he is. He's not going to move back. I thought he would move back to 3PO since he's got 2 movement points left. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. And then he is going to get those defense tokens from Hold the Line. Let's see if he swaps out. Yeah, he's going to swap out that Surge token for 2 block tokens. Alright, Zeb moving up, going to take a focus shot at Shuret, who is not standing next to 3PO, so is not going to get that distracting bonus. Oops. Yeah, there you go. Red, green, green from the focus. Has +3 accuracy built in, so he's actually going to hit with that, but I think he's only doing 2 damage, although he could use the Honor Guard here. He could change that red to any side. There we go. It looks like we forgot to update that Honor Guard typo in Vassal. Oops. Yeah, I forgot to do that sometimes. We'll get you to the next one. So he is going to change that die to... Oh, he's changing it to add a 2 damage and a surge. He's going to add +2. So 5 damage to Churret there. And they're going to continue down. Not quite safe there, but not super easy to get to, but yeah. So CT going to activate for Herbie. Going to use Barrage to perform 2 attacks here. Zeb going to spend the block token on the first attack. So that was from extra armor. He's going to use 1, 2, 3... +1, 4, so 2 damage and a token. 2 damage and weaken. Yeah, that's pretty good against Zeb, who is trying to get those 2 attacks off. Yeah, still got one more attack. This one's going to add a white die. But the weaken is really nice there. So it removes the surge, although it didn't matter. That's going to be another 4 damage. So a very nice attack for CT, especially without any focus. CT originally from the Tyrants of Lothal expansion. I think he was 7 points for his skirmish figure in that one. But he was updated in season 7, I want to say, or season 6. Can't remember. Oh yeah, he should also get block tokens with covering fire. So he's gonna give himself give himself a block token. So now we have Josh doing the same thing with his bays. Gonna get those power tokens and use a move action to move forward to get the range he needs. Did he get this accuracy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I don't think he has accuracy he needs. Is there Hera or something? Oh, I might be missing something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Range 6. No command card being played. But they're saying Churd is dead. Oy. And he's going to use the Cleave ability for 2 damage onto Baze Malbus. And going to be playing Celebration there. And getting Blast 1 with that surge from the power token. So that's 1 damage CT, 1 damage to Kara, and 3 damage total to Herbie's Baze. Oh, there we go. He missed. They finally figured out that he was short by accuracy. So need to undo all of that. Okay, so he did miss by 1, just like Herbie's missed by 1. Alright, Verena activating. She was got her new design in season 4, but recently went from 8 points to 7 for season 8. So gonna do a regular attack on Zeb. She is focused, so that makes sense. Doesn't want to use Zeb's attack dice. So it's going to be 4, search for +1, for +2 I mean, 6, so 5 damage. So Zeb now down to 4 health. And now Garkon going to move up. It's going to use that charge ability to get a free move and then attack for a single action. Able to attack with reach. Going to go after Baze. Herbie's Baze. Going to spend that block token that he got from CT, I believe. Oh no, he got it from Into the Fray. That's what it was. He is focused. So with the block, that's going to do 3. Pierce 2 +1, 4. So I think 4 damage and bleed there. Oh, 5 and bleed. And then going to use Brutal Cleave here for second attack with Element of Surprise being played. I think he's targeting Churret there. And that element is going to remove that dodge. Oh wait, was it cancelled? Was there a negation? Or maybe they're forgetting. I don't think... I thought he played element there. But I guess he got the... I guess Churret gets to dodge somehow. Okay, so now Cardoon moving up, going to use, looking for a fight here. Zero-point card to push Garkon, but Josh is going to cancel it with negation. Going to try to interrupt this parting blow combo that Kara is trying to set up. And going to use Smash instead. 2 damage to Garkon, and then does he have... So pulls him away to an adjacent spot, and then going to go for an attack on Zeb. So that's interesting. Herbie really wanted to go for Zeb there, but Garkon was in his way. If he goes for the parting blow there off of Smash, he will not be able to attack Zeb. So has to skip the parting blow here. Going to use Shock and Awe on this attack to replace the yellow die with a red die for once per turn. And I think that's going to finish him off. That's going to be 7 minus 2 is 5. Oh, and with the focus, gets the reroll. And that is going to finish off Zeb. 8 points to Herbie, gets the first kill. I imagine he wants to put a carbon token there for him to pick up for later. They'll probably remember it later. Yeah, there it is. I'll have Zeb drop a token. So now that token, it can be interacted and retrieved by any of Herbie's figures. And if he takes it to the carbon freezing chamber and interacts again for an action, he'll score 8 victory points off of it. Alright, so that's the end of round 1. Looks like we've got a Call the Vanguard, I believe. Yep, Call the Vanguard being played by Cardoon. That is 2 points for a trooper to be able to perform a move and an attack, targeting Garkon. And Garkon's going to play Iron Will, a 3-point Guardian card that allows him to prevent all but 3 damage while defending before any dice are rolled. And Kara did use her once per turn Shock and Awe ability. Interesting that... oh no, I guess Garkon has an automatic +1 block, so it does take 3 damage. Interestingly, Iron Will pretty much did nothing there. He would have taken 3 damage regardless. Although, it's true, Kara could have re-rolled for a lot more damage. Alright, Herbie has initiative now. He's going to activate CT here and going with the Barrage special action. Going to attack Garkon. And no damage there. Does get to distribute a block token. And get a damage power token for himself. So it gives a block token to Cardoon. And now second attack, looks like he's going to play Element of Surprise to clear the white dice from Garkon that gets added by Barrage. And this one might do 1 damage. 1 damage and weaken though. Oh, they're saying he forgot to spend his power token. But it looks like Herbie's going to stick to it, so he's going to save that power token for later. Well, not super impressive on the damage front for CT, even if he had spent the damage power token, but, you know, you're getting those 2 block tokens is not anything to scoff at, as well as weakening Garkon, who is a multi-attacker, so that's going to hurt Garkon's attack damage quite a bit. Alright, so now Churret is going to use 1 with the Force. I don't think we've showed Churret's card yet. Yeah, so if Josh is going to activate Garkon, he can use Churret here. And some confusion going on in the chat about who has what power token. Okay. Alright, so Chirrut is going to move next to Garkon. Garkon's going to attack Chirrut, though. And this is not going to affect Garkon's damage, because Garkon's a melee figure, and what is it? I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me ability only works on range attacks, otherwise it would be just a little too broken against, a little too punishing against melee, we thought. Alright, so that's a dodge for Chirrut again. So now he's going to live, and Brutal Cleave is going to come in here. So this is, again, Garkon activating. Discarded a card there for Brutal Cleave to make a second attack. And the weaken hurts here, although, wow, the double surge is really good. This is against Cara Dune. And she's spending a block token. So it's going to be 3 Pierce 2. So 3 damage and bleed on Cara Dune. And now we're seeing Saw triggering here. So he's going to discard a card. So Josh is Josh is discarding a command card for Wanton Destruction. So he's going to do 1 damage to, looks like Chirrut and Baze. And then going to move away. Gets rid of the weakened. Alright, Herbie is going to activate Cara Dune. And so she's discarding for the bleed. Gonna attack Baze Malbus, who spends a block token, also getting distracting from 3PO. So I think that's just gonna be 3 damage. Oh, it does reroll, so 3 damage. And then Cara Dune gonna retreat back behind Verena and 3PO. Baze Malbus activating. He's gonna move up. He's gonna get those surge tokens from Into the Fray. Move up, and he's gonna target Herbie's Baze Malbus. And yep, can't get a surge through, even with the surge token, unfortunately. Because what that would have killed, that would have allowed him to kill Chirrut also with that cleave, the ranged cleave. So 4 damage to Baze, leaving Baze alive with 1 health. So that was pretty unfortunate for Josh. He really needed the damage to go through there. He could still use Saw Gerrera here to... Well, I guess he can't use it to finish off Baze. It's not like heavy fire. But you know what? I feel vindicated that the Surge token, power token on Baze makes a lot of sense. I just always see him struggling to get those Surge tokens to go through, or Surge results to go through. So now Herbie gonna activate his Baze Malbus. Gonna convert those power tokens into Surge tokens with Into the Fray. He is bleeding, so he has to discard a card for Strain. Gonna spend the Surge token and perform an attack on Josh's Baze Malbus, who spends a block token. That's a lot of surges this time. Not a lot of accuracy though, so he's not gonna get to use that cleave. Just 3 damage. But it does have a second attack. Discards for the bleeding. And not great. That's going to be 1 damage. He does have cleave though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could cleave onto 3PO. He had enough accuracy and the surge went through. But I don't know if they're going to do that. Okay, now Chirrut activating. So Gideon activated for Josh. Now Chirrut activating for Herbie. Gonna go chase Garkon here. Has that +1 block, so 2 damage into Garkon. And gonna move back. Josh gonna activate R2D2 to draw a card. Gideon gonna activate for Herbie. Who did he focus? Oh, focused up Cara Dune. 3PO gonna activate for Josh. Moving up to the token. Ah, he's covering Garkon there with a double move. 3PO activating, gonna focus up Verena for Herbie. And wow, they're on the last round already. They hit time. Saw activating for Josh. And looks like he's going for an attack on Chirrut there. And yeah, Saw doesn't mess around with his attack. He's got that +1 surge. So that's 5 damage. And there is Celebration. So that enough to get past Herbie's score? Or is that tied up? Oh, there must have been a negation. Yeah, it looks like he negated it. So I think Josh is in trouble if this is the last round. Oh, he still has Mara Jade though. Gonna play Fleet-Footed. Move 6, and he's gonna go after Baze here. Focused attack. Oh, he's playing Get Behind Me, but if Josh still has a card in his hand, he can use Saw here to deal the last damage to Baze and get the kill. So I think he had Herbie checkmated there no matter what. So I'm going to spend the token. Gets the reroll. He's just going to do the pitch. He's not going to bother because he can't get enough damage to kill CT. So 2 damage to CT and kills Baze using Saw Gerrera's ability. And then Saw also going to weaken, use Brutal Tactics to weaken Verena, which I think was Herbie's last ready activation. 1, 2, 3, 4, because Verena can still get to Garkon, but oh, that weekend plus 3PO there, that's going to make it really hard for Herbie to get the kill on Garkon with Verena. He could try and go for the kill on Mara Jade though with close quarters. Okay, I'm going to play Urgency. Huh. Oh, he's going to go for Baze Malbus. Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Totally forgot Baze was up there. That seems like an easy kill. So, using close quarters. To remove the defense dice. And that is GG. That was the last round because they're playing a timed game, so they ran out of time and they played to the end of the round, and so Herbie was able to take it with 14 points to 10. So that was quite a fun brawl we got to see back and forth, the different figures. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was nice to be doing this again, and we'll be doing some more very soon. We'll see you later.